Hey, world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 266. Today's prompt is, what is an environmental aspect that is drastically different than should be expected? And this comes from the Wanderer in the Discord. I wrote about the infested peaks. This is a document that I had needed to rewrite for a while and finally got to it and completely redid it a little bit and kept the core functional things that I was interested in before when I wrote this, but tied into a lot of the more current world building and the current canonicalness of the Atovia world and the Ulvad universe. So down in the southeast portion of Atovia, sandwiched between the southern wilds and the grass forest, there is the Infested Peaks. Now, this location, when it was first around and first named as such, was very fitting. You had like teeming amounts of dragons that were in and about this like relatively small mountainous range that they were all sort of together in, being pushed there by the Crystal Guard after they had escaped from Graskaroth and had lived among the continent for a little while, but the fear of mortals had kind of driven a lot of anxiety and violence towards the dragons who were pushed down here. Now, over the centuries, dragons killed one another thanks to the proximity. This is some of the first times that dragon on dragon violence ever occurred. And then, of course, anyone who tried to re enter the continent was often chased off or killed by scared, fearful mortals. Then you have some dragons that believe that some of the others that are missing from their kin actually made it to somewhere across the ocean. There were many who seemed to want to go and find new lands, new opportunities, and so there is a possibility that dragons exist out there on other islands or other continents of the Utopian world. Now, thanks to the presence of so many potent souls for so long, now it's down to roughly a dozen. The Infested Peaks is a weird place. The ecology is almost wrong. If you were to go and climb the Infested Peaks, you would find it not very difficult, actually, because as you climb, the density of the air around you does not appear to change the way it would normally in a mountain, and the ecology remains green and vibrant and eclectic in the number of beasts and animals that are around you, and the temperature remains very similar to the ground level that you were at before you began your climb. Now, locals treat the mountains here with quite some trepidation, but in reality, a lot of adventurers will journey up the mountain, come back, and be a little bit disappointed because they were probably looking for a dragon and did not find one, but perhaps are a lot less worse for wear than they would have expected. They could be potentially roughed up if they found some piece of wildlife that decided to attack them or something, but even then, there's nothing truly that dangerous there unless you draw the ire of a dragon. What is an environmental aspect that is drastically different than should be expected in your world? Thanks for building together.